Greetings, this is Daniel Tal from PlaceMaker, and I'm going to talk about how to color correct and improve the quality of this high resolution aerial that was imported into Sketchup using PlaceMaker. And just real quickly, you can see I have the building set that was also imported into PlaceMaker on top of the aerial. I'm going to turn that one off. And instead, I want to show you the quality of the aerial. And this is an improvement over what was imported in natively by Sketchup, which I'm turning on that layer showing the original aerial that was brought in by Sketchup and then was replaced using the PlaceMaker imagery option. I want to show you how to improve the quality of this image using Photoshop real quickly. Now when PlaceMaker imports in aerials, it brings them in as tiles. So I'm going to go to View, Hidden Geometry, View, Hidden Geometry, and you can see these hidden edges are now visible. And if I go and edit the aerial, it's a group, I'm going to double click on it and I can select the individual tiles. These are all individual images. I'm going to use the materials tool and there's a sample, a paint bucket sample paint. I'm going to select the aerials, and each one you could see map tile 35, 36, 37. So each one of these is their own individual aerial. And we want to combine this into a single selectable aerial that we can then take into Photoshop and edit dynamically through SketchUp. So that's what I'm going to show you next. But you could see how the tiles are View, Hidden Geometry is on, and these are the individual tiles that PlaceMaker imported when it imported the imagery in. I'm going to demonstrate how to merge all these tiles into a single aerial. So I'm going to edit the group. I'm going to triple click on a tile, and I want to make sure that the hidden geometry is visible. You can see it's checked and it's selected. And then I'm going to right click over it, and I'm going to see an option called Combine Textures. Sometimes you might play around, you have to play around to get that option to work, but generally speaking, just edit the group with the hidden geometry on, like I just did, and that option should come up. Click on Combine Textures. SketchUp will ask you if you want to erase the interior edges. That means all the hidden edges. And we're going to go ahead and say yes. And it's going to take a second for it to process, but SketchUp is actually going to merge the image into a single image that we can select. So now we have the single image. You can see it's selected. And we want to edit this image in Photoshop. I'm going to show you. I have my material window open here. I'm going to select the eyedropper, select the aerial. You can see in the thumbnail that the whole image is now selected. If I click on the edit option with the aerial selected, I have an option under here called Edit Texture Image in an External Editor. Well, basically what SketchUp allows you to do is link SketchUp to some kind of photo editing program, in this case Photoshop. And I can select and edit this image in Photoshop. Selecting it in SketchUp, it'll open it up in Photoshop. I can then edit it in Photoshop, make my changes and save it, and it will dynamically and automatically update in SketchUp, which is what I'm going to demonstrate next. First, if you've never done this kind of operation, we need to link SketchUp to your photo editing program. And you only have to do this once. So I'm going to go to Window, Preferences. For Mac users, it's SketchUp Preferences, Window Preferences, and I have all these options. I'm going to highlight Applications, and from there you can select Choose. Now I already have Photoshop selected, but what I did was on a PC, at least, I went to Program Files 86, went to Adobe, Photoshop, so going all the way through to find the application, then hit open, and that will permanently link SketchUp to that photo editing program. So again, it's under Window, Preferences, Applications, Choose, navigate to where it is, and select the application. So next, I make sure that the aerial is selected. So I have the eyedropper selected here under Select. Aerial's already selected. Click on Edit, and then click on Edit Texture Image in External Editor. This is going to launch Photoshop, and it's going to open up the image. What I typically like to do, we'll zoom in a little bit. I do two types of edits to most of my aerials. First, I'll go to Image, Adjustment, and do levels. And I'll adjust the levels to add a little bit more contrast and brightness. You can see a preview. Kind of take out some of the haze. Darken it up if you need to. Hit OK. And then I'll do Image, Adjustments, Hue Saturation. And I'll bump up the saturation to bring out some of the color in the aerial. You can see in the preview just a little bit. And hit OK. So I did 2 adjustments in here once it was open. Levels and hue saturation. And typically that's all you really need to do. I'm going to go to File and then select Save. So you just have to go to File, Save. And just one note, if you do start doing a lot of edits where you create layers and add smart layers or whatever it is, you do have to flatten the image before you save it, or it will delink it from SketchUp. But just a quick note, I'm going to click on Save. Hit OK. I'm going to go back into SketchUp, and you can see that it updated the aerial. I'm going to undo the changes and then redo the changes so you can see the difference. Undo and then redo. And you get the idea of what it looks like. So that's a really quick way to alter and make edits to images, including textures. Now that it's linked, SketchUp is linked to Photoshop. If you're working with textures, that's another way to edit them, just so you know. So really good way of working with images in general in SketchUp.